Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to 7 Daws. 60k. What? Like I just hit 50k. Genuinely mind blown at how I'm already at 60k. I know YouTubers, some of them grow like 20,000 a day, some of them grow like 10,000 a week, you know, like everyone grows at their own pace. So I'm really excited that I'm hitting these intervals of 10k like that. Like it's like what? I mean, yeah, it's a little more work for 7 Daws, which by the way is 7 straight days of Zodiac video. Also comes with a 7 Daws sale on zodiachaven.com. Click all the links in the description as well as my social medias if you want to join the conversation. We have everything on Zodiac Haven, so definitely come check it out. And now is the time because you get a discount because 7 Daws. Anyways, so today we're going to be doing another Ask an Amateur video because I've been getting so many emails and so many DMs lately asking for advice, so we're gonna go ahead and just go through some emails. There is one email in particular that was sent to me by a loyal supporter, and she wanted to remain anonymous, so I'm not gonna say her name obviously, but I'm gonna just read hers first because she sent it so long ago, so I wanted to make sure to get to that. So she said, I've had issues with this guy for a long time and I've talked to you about it briefly in lives and stuff, but I thought it would be better to email you so you can get more details on the situation. If it helps to know, I'm a Sagittarius and he's a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. I'm currently a sophomore in high school and so is he. Let's call him John. Alright, John. That's a plain ass name. No offense if your name is John. Ever since I started talking to John, I kind of had a feeling that he liked me, but I didn't think much of it because I didn't know that it would turn into an issue. So for a few years, I was casual friends with John. I never really wanted to get close. For the past few years, John would text me nearly every weekend asking me if I wanted to hang out, and I would always come up with an excuse not to because I didn't want to lead him on, and I was hoping if I just rejected him enough that he would get the hint. Me. But time after time, he never did. As years went on, it started getting weirder. He would ask me to hang out really late at night, and even after I said no, he'd keep begging me. Later on, he told me that he liked me over text and asked me out. I let him down easy and told him that I didn't want to be in a relationship. I also added that we could remain friends if he wanted to, which I now realize was a big mistake. Fucked up, you fucked up. He asked me if it bothered me that he was attracted to me, which was kind of a creepy thing to ask. It's not creepy, it's fair, it's a fair question. But I didn't want to make him feel bad about it, so I said it was fine as long as he knew that we could only be friends. After all that happened, John started being a little too friendly with me. At school, he would constantly ask me to sit by him in class, insist on walking me to classes, ask me for hugs, all the... Okay, he sounds like a sweetheart. Like, come on, he sounds like a sweetheart. He would put his hand on my thigh and reach over... Oh. Never mind. He would put his hand on my thigh and reach over me to grab it, so it would seem like he's just putting his hand on me to balance himself. But he does shit like that all the time, so I know it's not just a coincidence or an accident. It's like he just looks for any chance he can get to touch me. That's guys for you when they like you and they can't get you, trust me. John still continued to ask me to hang out, but there's one night it went a little too far. He texted me at 2 a.m. on a school night and asked if I could come over. I obviously said no, saying that it was too late and there's no way my parents would even let me leave the house. Girl, I'm 23 and my parents would not let me leave the house at 2 a.m. He then proceeded to beg me to sneak out of the house. I've never hung out with this guy before. We're not even close and he expected me to sneak out of my house at 2 a.m. to meet up with him. This is when I broke a bit and called him out, asking him why he would think it's okay for me to do that. After that incident, he didn't try to talk to me for a while, so I thought the issue was over. But after a while, it started back over again and continued even to this day. I really just want this all to stop. I don't know how to push him away without being rude. He's a nice guy, so I can't just act mean with him. He clearly can't take a hint since I've come up with an excuse not to hang out with him literally every time he's asked me for about 3 years, so I don't know what else to do. I'm scared to be straight up with him about it, but because I don't want to hurt his feelings. I just need him to stop being so touchy and so obviously flirty and weird all the time. Please let me know what you think I should do, if there's any other solution other than just telling him off. Thanks. Before I give advice, can I just say that if you are going to email me or DM me, can you please follow the template of her email? Like, please? Because the way she asked it was like, it was long enough, it was short enough, she got to the point, she gave enough details, and she gave me the questions that she wants me to answer. It ended off with, should I do about this? What should I do about that? I really appreciate this question, so thank you. Anyways, so girl, you gotta be a bitch. That's it. You gotta be a bitch. I'm sorry. Like, I know you're Sagittarius and you're a sweetheart and you feel bad. You don't want to hurt his feelings, but you gotta be a bitch. Otherwise, he's not gonna get the point. You've done everything in your power to let him down easy. You've told him you don't like him. You've told him you want to be friends. You've told him when you felt like he disrespected you. You've turned him down. You've done everything in the book. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much else you can do other than just say, listen, I don't like you. I have no interest in you, nor will I ever. You make me feel uncomfortable, and I don't think we should be friends. That's it. That's it. If you want to say it in a semi-nice way, I would go about it in a way, let me think. I would send him a text, and I would be like, hey, like the next time he asks you to hang out, I would reply and be like, hey, to be honest, I don't really have any interest in hanging out with you. I feel like we don't see eye to eye on this friendship, and honestly, I think we'd be better off if we didn't really talk anymore. I'll see you around the school hallways. Like, something like that. Like, just let him down. Let him know how you feel without being too much of a bitch. Like, I personally would be a bitch, but I'm realizing that, you know what? You're in high school, you're Sagittarius. It may not be in your nature to be a bitch. I think you should be. The way that I would really go about it would be like, bro, like, I'm not interested. Like, I'm not interested. You're creeping me out. You're making me feel uncomfortable. Just, like, lose my number. Like, that's it. So you choose if you want to go the nice route or the other way. I feel like if you go the nice route, it could backfire because eventually he might hit you up thinking that you guys are still cool. But if you really want him to just disappear, just be like, listen, like, I don't want to have a relationship with you, and I just don't think we should be friends because you creep me the fuck out. And yeah, at first it sounded sweet, but then after it started getting a little weird, and then after it's just like, okay, like, he needs to just take a hint. That's the thing with guys. I feel like they just really can't take a hint sometimes, and it's just like, it can get really frustrating. It's like, I'm making it so clear to you. Why can't you just understand without me having to spell it out for you? Because then it makes this awkward for the both of us. This was a DM on Instagram. Don't forget, you don't have to email me. You can send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is right here. Hi, my name is Blank and I'm subscribed to you on your YouTube. I'm kind of going through a hard time in my relationship with my boyfriend. I don't know if you can help me. I hope so. I speak Dutch, so my English is not perfect. I'm an Aquarius and he is a Capricorn. We've been dating for 2 years and 2 months. He's really kind and he loves me, you know, but he also has difficult manners. In a relationship, we both have to try and change so that it works. But I've changed more than he has. I love him, but it is too much. I want to be myself. I want to do me, and I see that it's getting in the way. I know Aquarius and Capricorn are the best signs to date, and after watching your videos, I think that's the problem. He has his good, but also his bad side. When we were dating for 9 months, he was texting with a girl and he was about to cheat. For me, he cheated. After that, I was done with him, but he convinced me that he'd never do it again, and I'm not gonna lie, he never did it again. Okay, so what's done is done, you know, but I don't know. We love each other, but we fight like never before, and his Capricorn manners are boring me a bit. I do love him very much, and I don't want to leave him because I don't know if one day I'll find someone who will have the patience with my Aquarius ways. I feel you, girl. But I need help because it's going downhill. By the way, I'm 20, he's 22. I hope you have some advice for me. Okay, so I want you to think about, like, what is your heart telling you? Like, I want you to sit down and think, like, am I just staying with him because I'm scared I won't find someone else? Or am I staying with him because I love him and I'm really enjoying this relationship? When you look at a spectrum, this is the good, this is the bad. Does the good outweigh the bad? Is it like, you know, like that? Or is the bad outweighing the good, where you're like, there's more bad and there's less good? If it's leveled out, that's okay. It's best if, you know, you have more good than bad. But if you find that you don't look at your relationship and smile, you look at your relationship and sigh or roll your eyes, then I don't know if it's in your best interest to remain in that relationship. The first step to this is always communication. Like, I think that talking to him and being honest with him about how you feel and communicating everything that you just communicated to me with him, I think that would be good. Obviously, it's hard to tell someone they're boring. Yeah, it's hard to tell someone they're boring, that's for sure. I find Capricorns boring. Obviously, they're not all boring. Some of them are super, super fun, but all of them that I've met are boring as hell. It's not something that's easy to tell him, but just kind of make hints like, come on, let's go do something. Let's go out. Like, why don't you ever get crazy? Why don't you ever blah, blah, blah? Like, question him. And if he seems content with the way he is and he's okay with just settling and, like, doesn't want to change for you, then, like, if he doesn't change now, he's not gonna change. Like, some people just don't change in certain parts of their personality. You just can't change it. Aside from, like, the boring bit, if you feel like you just argue too much, and I don't know, the one thing that you sent to me is really sticking out to me, where you said, I love him very much and I don't want to leave him because I don't know if one day I'll find someone who will have patience with my Aquarius, as I need help because it's going downhill. The fact that you even considered, like, you know, you're scared of not finding someone else, that to me it says a lot. Like, it's like you've thought about it. You've thought about, like, if I break up with him, like, what happens? Am I just gonna stay single? I don't think so. First of all, you're very young, so at 20 there's so much time to find someone. Like, the chances of you marrying this guy are slim, possible but slim. If you're thinking about other guys and if you're thinking about being single, obviously there's something that's missing from your relationship and you need to either fix that and he needs to change, or you need to move on. It's not fair that you've changed and you've been working at it more than he has. I don't think that's right, but obviously, like I said, you need to communicate with him. Tell him how you feel. If nothing changes, walk away. Take that into consideration. See where you want to go from there, but I really think you just need to talk to him, see if he's open-minded, and honestly just make sure that you're with him for the right reasons. Don't stick with him for convenience, out of habit, out of familiarity, out of comfort. Stick with him because you fucking love him and you want to be with him, and he makes you so happy, more happy than anybody else will make you. If you think there's a chance that somebody else will make you happier, walk away. Here's another one. Hi Ashley, I'm a huge fan of your videos and I love your content. I'm not sure if you're doing Q&A, but I have a Zodiac question. I'm dating a Capricorn and I'm a Leo. I'm usually not compatible with Caps, but we have the same moon and ascendant sign, so I find that we actually really match. I finally got him to open up about his feelings and secrets, which I do know that Caps usually don't do. But now he constantly feels vulnerable and is less confident because of the fact that he's opened up. I can't seem to convince him that his feelings are safe and secure with me. Do you know how I can assure the Capricorn? I really can't seem to figure it out. Sorry for the long messages, but I hope you have some insight. Thanks. Okay, so one of the main things that I can relate with on the Capricorn is the pride thing. It's like they don't like to be vulnerable, and I don't either. As you guys know, I'm an Aquarius. I mean, I can't just say as you guys know and assume. If you didn't know, I'm an Aquarius. So that's like the only way that I can really relate to Capricorns, the pride thing, like us not being able to open up about our emotions. I get the same way when I open up. I just feel like you know me now, like you know more about me now. I'm like freaking myself out because I'm wearing green contacts for like a sponsored video, and it's so creepy. Like in this video, for some reason I look creepy. So I think you need to make him feel very comfortable about telling you. Like I feel like you need to make sure you don't make it a big deal. Don't go out of your way to keep assuring him like, oh, you can feel safe with me, your secrets are safe. No, just like let it be nonchalant, pretend you forgot. Just let it be known, but kind of act like you forgot unless it becomes something that needs to be addressed or you need to acknowledge. But for the time being, you don't need to bring it up or make him feel like, oh, you know, you're safe in my arms. Like, don't worry, I'll protect you. That'll fuck with his pride. Be chill, be casual. Let it just be a normal thing. Maybe open up about certain parts of your life to take the focus off of him and relate to him without making it seem like you're just pitying him. Like, just be very cool and nonchalant about everything, and I feel like that'll make him feel more comfortable with being more open with you. In my opinion, I feel like that's something that helps a bit, because I don't like when people make me opening up into a big deal. It just makes me regret opening up, and it doesn't sit well with me. So yeah. Hi Ashley, I'm from Chile, so I'm sorry if my English is not the best. I saw your videos and I really love them and I want some advice from you. So my trouble is that I have a friend, he's an Aquarius. I was born 21st of December, so I think that I'm a Sagittarius, Cap, I don't know. We've been friends for like 5 years. Really close friends at the beginning. But then he tells me, why don't we try to be together? And I said yes. A week later, he told me he doesn't want me anymore because he can't. He's very cold, depression, and he's lonely and weird. So I said okay, and he starts to date a classmate for like 3 months. Right after her. Then a month later, he told me he's friends with benefits and he wants to do everything with me. And I was like, no, we're not just gonna do that. And then he starts to not talk to me a lot. Mind you guys, this doesn't make any sense. That's why I'm reading it like this. It's really hard to read because I guess her English is not so great, so I'm trying to like say it in a way that you guys can understand. So if I'm not making sense, I'm sorry. Then he stopped talking to me. I was with a guy and then we broke up. So what happened with my friend is that I always feel controllable with him, but I don't know if I like him or not, or if he's the best for me. And what I said to him on that, he can't love me. He also has trouble from his childhood. So after that, he didn't talk to me for 3 months. His mom talked to us to see if we could go visit him because he doesn't feel good and he's depressed. A lot of things happen between us. We fight a lot and he's really bad with me. He doesn't care, but if I said to him that I really feel bad, he's with me, so I don't know what to do. Because I really want to tell him what I feel. I don't want to feel again and feel with him. And he doesn't talk to me that much. We are also in university, so we don't have much time. Any advice, please? Lo siento por mi inglés. Espero que se haya entiendo la idea. I'm sorry for my English. I try to do my best. Also, we kiss and all that stuff. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, she put in brackets. Girl, you could have just wrote it to me in Spanish. And then I could have just translated it like on the spot. It would have been easier to read. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But it's okay. Oh, she's so cute. I wish I could put a picture of her. She's so pretty. Okay, so my advice would be just to leave it. He seems like he's gonna weigh you down. He seems like he's not good for you for some reason. Just the way that you're speaking. Like, I understand he's depressed and stuff like that. And I don't want to sound awful when I say this, but I feel like because he's in that negative state of mind at the moment, he needs to kind of go through that and live through that and get better before he can love anyone. So even if he is with you, things can be good for a while, but they might go down fast because he's not in the right state of mind to be in a relationship. He needs to be happy within in order to be happy with someone else, because if you make him happy, it'll temporarily hide his depression and then it'll all resurface eventually, and you don't want to be there for that. You want to help him through that as a friend, and then if things go well and if he gets better and if he's in a good place, then you guys can be in a relationship. Honestly, if he's not treating you well, don't bother. The fact that he dated another girl right after saying he likes you and doesn't want to be with you and dates someone else, I think that's whack. Personally, I would not give someone another chance for that, but if you really feel like it's right for you, maybe do it. But I wouldn't give another chance for that. If you disrespect me like that, I'm not gonna look like an idiot. Like, there's no way, I'm sorry, but if you take him back like that, I feel you're gonna look like an idiot. It's something that's not terrible, you know, but I just think that he kind of disrespected you by going to some other girl right after he says to you he likes you, wants to be with you, and then dumps you and then moves on in a second. Like, that's whack. So personally, I wouldn't go for it. But like I said, if you do really want to and it feels right in your heart, do what I said before. Wait it out, be friends, see how he gets, let him heal from within, and go from there. Hey Ashley, I love you and your videos, and you're so beautiful inside out. Thank you. If there's ever an occasion where you make another advice video, I'd love for you to give me some. I'm a Pisces, by the way. So a little while ago, this Virgo followed me on Instagram, and I saw that my close friend followed him, so I followed him back. He hit me up a few days later saying that I was beautiful. He wanted to get to know me. I agreed. We hit it off right away, bonding over music and our passions. He lives an hour away from me but comes to my city all the time, so it makes it very difficult. Not to mention how strict my family is when it comes to dating. We start dating after a while. We FaceTime and talk on the phone a lot, and it was all good. He was the sweetest person. He made me feel good about myself, made me music playlists, told his mom about me, lol. But then he says he can't deal with the distance and decided we should end things and be friends. I was really sad about it because I really like him. After a few days of not talking to me, he texts me, says he misses me, and I tell him I miss him too. We text every few days for a few minutes, and that was that. My best friend told me that he was posting things such as I need someone to vibe with on his story. I was still following him at that time, and I didn't see him post that, so I assumed he's hiding his story from me. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. I still have strong feelings for him, and I can't get over him. He's so like me and unlike the rest. The point is, how can I get him back? How can I convince him that we can make the long distance work, or should I just let him go? Much love from New York City. Oh, I don't know what to think about that, because it's like the whole I need someone to vibe with thing could be he's trying to protect your feelings and just like sparing you the, you know, the emotions, or he's like being sneaky. The thing is, either way, he's single, so he can do that. I don't know if you need to take him back, because it's sad. It's sad. I know the feeling when it's like you just like, you want someone to want you as much as you want them, obviously. And when they don't, it's just upsetting. And you just think like, what did I do wrong? Like, you know, what's wrong with me? It's not even that. I get him on the distance thing because it can get hectic being in a long distance relationship. It's something that I would never do. I would literally never do it. I can't personally do that because it's just, distance is not for me. But guys especially, distance is a big thing because that means they cannot get physical. And what are most guys after? Not even what are they after. Like, I'm not saying that's all he's after. I'm saying that's an important part of a relationship for a guy many times. And it's like, if he's with you, he can't be physical with anybody else other than you, and you are not accessible. So it's like, maybe he's just like, okay, I don't want to cheat on her, so I'm gonna have to break up with her. And I don't want to be an asshole for saying that, but like, it's something that happens a lot with long distance relationships. I think that you don't need to force it. If someone tells you they don't want to be with you, they're telling you they don't want to be with you. I know it's not what you want to hear. I know you want me to say, how do I get him back? I wouldn't even try and get him back. I don't even want to give you advice. There's a lot of advice I could tell you on how to get him back, but I don't want to do that because I feel like that's fake. I feel like if I tell you how to get him back, that's me enabling something that isn't good for you, and I don't feel right doing that. So I'm gonna tell you, don't try and get him back. The man's saying, I don't want to be with you. Take his word for it. Because if you convince him to take you back, yeah, you could convince him to take you back, but he's gonna break your heart again because he knows what he doesn't want, and he'll probably come to terms with that again after a few months of dating and break your heart again. And I I don't know, I just feel like if someone tells you they don't want to be with you, they're telling you for a reason. Take their word for it. Don't question it. Just let it be, you know? Yeah, so that's my advice. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear. I just gotta be honest with you. The battery's dying, so I gotta charge this camera in order to continue filming 7 Dots videos, but I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Feel free to send me emails or DMs on Instagram if you ever want advice. Also, as I mentioned before, there is a sale on zodiachaven.com, so if you do want to cop some Zodiac merch, I have everything you can think of on that website. Like everything, pillows, tapestries, mugs, hats, crew necks, everything. So go ahead and do that. Take advantage of the 7 Dots sale now while it's still active, because after this week it will no longer be active and you can't get your discounts no more, so I would take advantage. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.